You wake up every day thinking you still have time. Time to fix things. Time to start later. Time to become the person you keep imagining at night. But let me ask you something uncomfortable. What if the version of you that could have one is slowly dying without making a sound? Not because of failure, not because of bad luck, but because your mind keeps whispering soft lies that feel safe. You don't notice it happening. That's the dangerous part. You wake up, you scroll, you do what needs to be done just enough to survive the day. You tell yourself tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow you'll push harder. Tomorrow you'll focus. Tomorrow you'll stop wasting time. And then tomorrow becomes today. Again, your life isn't collapsing. It's quietly leaking away. You still function. You still laugh. You still show up. But deep down, there's this pressure in your chest you can't name. This feeling that something is wrong, that you're behind, that you're living at maybe 30% of what you're capable of. You feel it late at night, when everything is quiet, when there's no noise left to distract you. That's when the thoughts come, the questions you avoid during the day. Why am I still here? Why haven't I moved? Why do I keep repeating the same year? And your mind immediately jumps in to protect you. It gives you reasons, excuses dressed as logic. You're tired. You've been through a lot. Now is not the right time. Other people have advantages you don't. Your mind isn't trying to destroy you. It's trying to keep you comfortable. And comfort is slow poison. You don't ruin your life in one dramatic moment. You ruin it in silence, in routine, in small decisions that feel harmless. Skipping the hard thing today, choosing distraction over discomfort, choosing rest when what you really need is discipline, choosing familiarity over growth. You don't feel the damage immediately. That's why it works. Days blur together, weeks disappear, months pass, and one day you look back and realize nothing changed. Except you got older. Your mind is brilliant at one thing, protecting you from pain. But it doesn't care about your future. It cares about your present comfort. It tells you to wait, to delay, to avoid feeling uncomfortable, embarrassed, uncertain, or exposed. It convinces you that staying the same is safer than risking failure. And slowly, almost politely, it shrinks your life. You start lowering your standards without noticing. You stop demanding more from yourself. You normalize things you once promised you'd never accept. This is how potential dies. Not in chaos, in routine. You weren't born lazy. You weren't born weak. You weren't born average. You were trained to think small, to seek safety, to avoid risk, to numb discomfort instead of using it. Your mind learned patterns, and now it runs them on repeat. Same thoughts, same reactions, same habits, different year, same life. And here's the part nobody wants to hear. No one is coming to interrupt this for you. There won't be a perfect moment. There won't be a sudden wave of motivation that fixes everything. There won't be someone who grabs you and forces you to become who you should be. If nothing changes, this is it. This is how your story goes. You don't suddenly wake up fulfilled at 40. You don't magically become confident at 50. You don't stumble into purpose by accident. You become what you repeatedly choose. And right now, you're choosing comfort over growth. You're choosing familiar pain over unfamiliar progress. You're choosing short-term relief over long-term respect. Your mind tells you you're protecting yourself, but what you're really doing is betraying your future self. Think about the version of you that could exist. Stronger, sharper, disciplined, focused, proud. That version watches you every day, watches you hesitate, watches you quit early, watches you settle, and it's waiting for you to stop negotiating with your weakness. Time is not slow. It only feels slow when you're wasting it. Life is moving fast, faster than you think. Every year you delay is a year you never get back. And one day, you won't be scared of failing anymore. You'll be scared because you waited too long. That fear hits different. That's when regret shows up. Not loud, not dramatic, just heavy. You start wondering how things could have been different. You replay moments where you could have pushed harder, moments where you chose easy instead of necessary, and there's no rewind button. Your mind doesn't want you to think about this. That's why it keeps you busy, distracted, entertained, comfortable. Silence is dangerous, because that's where truth lives. And the truth is simple. Nothing changes until you do. Not your environment, not your income, not your confidence, not your life. Your mind has been quietly ruining your life by convincing you that you have time. You don't. You have now. This moment, this decision, this breath, the moment you stop running from discomfort. The moment you stop listening to the voice that wants you small. The moment you choose discipline over excuses, everything shifts. Not instantly, but permanently. You don't need more information. You don't need another sign. You don't need permission. You need to stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending you don't know what needs to change. Stop acting surprised by results you earn every day. Stop waiting for a version of you that only shows up when you act. Your mind will fight you. It always does, because growth feels like danger to it. But you are not your thoughts. You are the one who decides whether to obey them. This is the line. Right here. Stay the same, or step into discomfort and become dangerous. There is no neutral. Stand up. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because the quiet voice ruining your life only wins if you keep listening.